Hey there, seekers of extraordinary results. Welcome to a game-changing episode of Unlocking Extraordinary Results on The Simple Truth with Stuart. I'm your host, Stuart, and today we're diving deep into the 3 essential commitments you need to unleash for your full potential and achieve extraordinary results. Get ready for a transformative discussion that will propel you towards success. Now, have you ever felt like you're capable of achieving greatness, but unsure of how to get there? Well, we've all been there, but fear not. In this episode, we're not just talking about results. We're providing you with the keys to unlock extraordinary ones. Consider this your roadmap to success, a blueprint for achieving the remarkable. Think of this as your personal coaching session, where we'll uncover 3 essential commitments that separate the ordinary from the extraordinary. Whether you're striving for personal growth, professional success, or both these, insights will empower you to make the necessary commitments and see real, tangible results. From committing to continuous learning and growth to prioritizing actions over perfection, we'll explore the mindset shifts and habits that will set you on the path to extraordinary achievement. Because in the pursuit of greatness, commitment is the fuel that drives progress. So, find a comfortable spot, perhaps with a journal ready to capture your insights. And let's dive into unlocking extraordinary results, the 3 essential commitments you need. This is The Simple Truth with Stuart, where we believe that ordinary people can achieve extraordinary results with the right mindset and commitment. Now, I'm sure you've all experienced this. You want to have a high level of success. Well, joining me today is my little kitten. She was adamant that she is going to be part of this particular podcast. So, welcome to Anastasia. She's joining me in this particular session, and hopefully she's going to learn how to become successful as well. Now, success is really defined in so many different ways, but one of the key ways that I like to define success with my clients is a level of happiness. And the higher your level of happiness, well, the higher level of your success. And I know that you're probably saying, Stuart, I disagree with you, or you know what, I measure in a different way. Well, absolutely. I just look at this as a level of happiness. You know, the pursuit of success is like the pursuit of happiness. And when you can find success, you're actually going to find happiness and vice versa. So one of the big things is, how do we get to that level of success? Well, success is also achieved through extraordinary results. We use this word extraordinary because if we just have ordinary results, is it a success? Well, yeah, it might be a partial success. But when we hit extraordinary results in our life, suddenly everything elevates up to the next level. So, today, I'm going to talk about 3 commitments that you'll need to commit to when you're going through this journey to achieve these extraordinary results in your life. Now, whether it's personal or professional, it's irrelevant. However, your commitment is relevant. So do remember that. And it's something that every one of you can do. This is so, so important. You can do this. So let's kick into this because it is quite a straightforward process. However, commitment is absolutely essential. Now, the very first one is the commitment of vision. And vision is all about being able to define where you're going into the future. You know, vision is just not just a vision board, cutting out some little images and sticking it onto a board. Those are powerful only when you associate that vision to it. So you get a high level of success to it where you actually are wanting to have more of a focus on that particular goal, outcome, etc. So when you start having those clear visions and you can see this path, and really when I talk about this path, I want you to think about it. If you're standing at the end of the road and you're looking down to the end, and there's this house, white house with a white picket fence, beautiful double-story house. you can see that house. Now, even though you're a distance away from it, you can still see it. It's not a massive in your face because it could be quite a distance away, but you can see that property. Now, think of this. What is required for you to get to that house? You've got to take steps. You've got to take action. You've got to walk or run to get to that particular house. And that's exactly what it is when you start to commit to your vision. When you can see and well define that goal, that outcome, that milestone, and you've got that clarity behind it, you can actually take those steps backwards to say, right, what actions do I need to take in order to move me closer to that particular goal? And that's so important. One of the challenges that we find is we wake up in the morning, and because we don't have a clear vision, we actually don't know what actions we should be taking in that particular day. So we feel lost. When we feel lost, we get to a point where we feel out of control. When we get to a point where we feel out of control, we actually get to a level where we start doing actions that actually could harm us. They could move us away from any potential goals. So, number one, commit to the vision. So sit down, think of that goal that you're wanting to achieve. Visualize it, see it. Even if you've got to cut it out of a piece of paper, make sure that it has the clarity for you to be able to see it. So number one, commit to the vision that you need. And I can see Anna is looking and she's seeing her vision. Her vision at the moment is to attack my hand. So I'm sure you're enjoying that. Right. So that's the first one, is committing to vision. The second one is to commit to action. Because now that you've got this vision and you know where you're heading towards, and it's got that clarity behind it, you can start to define those actions that are required. But it's the commitment to do those actions that is just so important. Now, when you're starting to work out what are these particular actions, and actions is a doing word, it's a verb, it's something that you've got to get up and physically do. You can ask yourself this question: if by doing this particular action or activity, will it move me closer to my goal? Yes or no? Because if it's yes, well, then obviously you've got the right action that's sitting in your path. But you've got to commit to actually doing it, not just identifying it, but you've got to commit to doing it. And to commit to doing it actually means taking that action, putting it into a schedule, getting somebody to hold you accountable that you've actually done it. So there's a little bit more to it than just saying, yep, I know that action, and yep, I'm going to hit towards my vision and my goal. You've actually got to define it. You've got to make sure that it is the right one. You've got to put it into your schedule. You've got to make sure that you actually do it. And by doing it, you're actually going to be held accountable to the successes. Because what's that success? Well, it's that milestone, it's that vision, it's that goal that's actually coming out. So, second one is committing to the actions that you've actually put together. Now, the third one is committing to growth. You see, while you're going through this particular journey and doing these particular activities, you're going to come across and say, hey, wait a minute, I don't know how to do this action. I don't actually understand it. I don't have the knowledge or the skill. You've actually got to commit to saying, hey, wait a minute, I need to learn something new. I need to learn a new skill in order for me to get closer. So the third one is the commitment of growth. You are going to grow as you're going through this journey, and commit to it. Commit to saying, I am going to grow. That is without a doubt. You make sure that your commitment of growth is not a limiting belief or a wall in front of you that prevents you from actually moving forward. I've spoken with a lot of my clients where they say, hey, I've never done this in my life before. I need to learn something new. I'm not prepared to learn something new. And that becomes the stumbling block. We've got to work through that. How do we learn something new? That becomes a new milestone. Once that's achieved, you're getting onto that path to hit that particular success. Now, you're going to occur these particular obstacles as you're going down the actual road. There's going to be obstacles where you got to learn something new and you don't feel like learning something new. You've got to the age in your life where you say, I've learned everything that I want. Well, I'll tell you something. Learn something new every single day. It keeps your mind so strong, so active that you have this energy and excitement to go forward. When you get obstacles like, well, I actually wanted to do this from Monday through to Thursday. However, I broke my toe and I was unable to because I had to go to hospital and I had to go to medical and things like that. Life happens and we've got to overcome them by accepting them. Now, I was told a great quote many years ago. When you put something in your diary, if you erase it, you must replace it. Now, what we mean by that is if I said, hey, I'm going to be doing this in my diary from Monday through to Thursday, let's say 9 till 10 every single day, but something happens and I'm unable to do it. Well, I always ask myself the question, well, if I can't do it at 9 o'clock, can I move it till 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock? I still want to make sure that I do it on Monday, but can I do it? If I can't, that means I need to find another time in the week to actually do it. Now, it might actually come in that, well, on a Tuesday, I'm doing 9 until 10, and I'm also going to do it on Tuesday from 2 until 3. You see, if you erase it, you must replace it. And that's if something gets stolen or overcome in your actual diary. So you're going to actually have so many obstacles that are going to come in front of you. You need to stay resilient. You need to basically make sure that you focus on those commitments, focusing on the vision, focusing on the action, focusing, saying, if there's a growth path in front of me, I'm going to attack it head on. So look at these particular obstacles, not as obstacles. Look at them as opportunities. These are opportunities to help you to move forward towards your goal. So clear, so simple. But I know that when you get it, the stress does come in. So make sure that you do hit that level where you go, it's not an obstacle, it's an opportunity of growth. So make sure that you overcome all of those particular obstacles, and you're going to come across many of those. Now, through this journey, what can also happen is when you hit a particular obstacle, you get into this path where you need to divert, you need to pivot to go and do some studies. You need to learn something, which might take you off your track or off your path for a short period of time. What you need to do is you need to cultivate this discipline inside of you that you can bring yourself back. You don't want to go down that rabbit hole where, hey, I'm studying this particular course. Hey, I actually enjoyed that. I found another one, so I want to study another course. So I'm going to study that particular course. And I carry on studying and studying and studying. Why? Because I want to become a full-time student. It becomes a distraction. So make sure that you're putting your focus into those studies, and then you have that discipline to bring yourself back. And the only way that you can bring yourself back is to consistently remind yourself of your commitments. Consistently remind yourself of that vision that you're wanting. So go through that journey, making sure that you've got that discipline and resilience to bring yourself back. Now, you're going to be going through these journeys, and when you hit these particular obstacles, I want you to celebrate them, because once you've overcome these little obstacles, they're what we call milestones. Celebrate those milestones with passion and excitement. Really take it to the next level. You're going to incur so many milestones in your journey to achieving extraordinary results that it's actually going to make a level of happiness. It's going to give you something that you're going to go, that was a journey. That was something that was so exciting. I want to do it again. Reflect back on that particular journey when you hit that particular vision of whatever it may be, that particular goal. And then look at yourself and say, I can do it. I can do this process again and again and again. And you can take this particular model, whether it's in your personal life, whether it's in your professional life, you can take it in any one of those. Just work with these 3 commitments. Commit to your vision. Commit to it. Commit to the actions. Make sure that you're doing it and it's in your diary and it never gets removed. And commit to your growth, because you're going to learn something new. You're going to add a new skill, more knowledge, and you're going to be moving so much closer to achieving extraordinary results every single day that you're going to think that it's just normal. It's like breathing. So make sure that you're going through that journey. You're going to find obstacles. We have it. You're going to get pushed off track. You're going to have that as well. But when you get to those obstacles and you've gone through them, celebrate those milestones, because guess what? When you hit that vision, you hit that goal, man, the feeling is awesome. So make sure you commit to those 3 commitments that I shared with you and have an extraordinary life with extraordinary results. This is Stuart signing off until next time. Keep it simple, keep it real, and let's commit to greatness together. Remember, the journey to extraordinary results begins with a simple commitment to yourself.